What is going on? It is Tuba Billy. Oh, so saw that there's some more hubbub going on with gun control. So there's a shooting at an Amazon complex, Amazon place. Guy just drove up in the parking lot, shot another employee. Potentially could have been another mass shooter incident, but happened to be there was a good guy that had a gun and shot and killed the bad guy with the gun. Then I got to thinking, wait a minute, that Amazon facility, that's a gun-free zone. It says weapons are not allowed. So it's like, all right, so a bad guy with a gun carries a gun in a gun-free zone, shoots another guy with a gun in a gun-free zone. A good guy with a gun has a gun in a gun-free zone, shoots and kills the bad guy with the gun in the gun-free zone. Now, as far as I can tell, this good guy wasn't charged. They're saying he's a hero. Although you're probably not going to see this story much on the mainstream media, maybe local news. Definitely not on CNN, MSNBC, NBC, CBS, all those other left-wing corporate media outlets. Because it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative that you don't need a gun to defend yourself. Well, this perfectly proves the point that yes, you do. Okay, we don't know what this guy's motives were, and we never will because he's dead now. We don't know if he had a beef with this guy that he shot. But this other Amazon employee who was carrying a gun saved lives. He saved the life of the guy that got shot. He was not fatally shot, thank goodness. But he probably would have been had the guy kept shooting. I thought you were turning. And then who knows where he would have gone next. You know, criminals do not obey gun-free zones. They see gun-free zones as free range, sitting ducks. They know that typically good guys aren't going to bring their guns because they're law-abiding citizens. If it's against the law, they're typically not going to do it. However, that kind of gives me some more confidence, I guess, in the struggle I've been having with taking my gun off when I go to quote-unquote gun-free zones. Now schools, yeah, I don't carry my gun in the schools, but you know, if it's an office or a building that just says, yeah, we don't like guns, we don't want your guns here, I really have a hard time doing that because I know that a bad guy, if someone wants to cause harm and violence, is not going to obey, is not going to even notice that little bitty gun with a slash through it sticker on the window. But you know, schools are pretty much all gun-free zones, okay? And you know, I kind of see the reasoning. You know, there's lots of kids around. You know, kids get into mischief. Not all of them are taught how to handle guns. My kids will be. And so, you know, they think it's a toy. They don't know what to do. Accidents happen. I get that. However, imagine, just put yourself in the mindset of a bad guy with a gun. You want to go and raise your kill count. shoot as many people as you can. The best place to do that is a school. Because, you know, they're in close proximity. And basically nobody's there to stop you. They have a school resource officer. It may be on the other side of the building. So you're pretty much unabated in your desire to shoot and kill as many kids as you want. Now, also imagine there is a possibility that teachers may also have guns. So there may be somebody shooting back at you, even though it is a gun-free zone. There are some strategic, specially trained teachers who are trained in self-defense and, you know, weapons training. You don't know who they are, you don't know where they are, but in the back of your mind, if you're a criminal, you know there are some guns in that school. I could potentially be getting shot at. Wouldn't you be less likely to go and shoot up that school now? And I'm not saying arm all teachers, because not all teachers would be able to do it. Not all teachers like guns. Not all teachers would be comfortable with that. Not all teachers want to do that. And that's fine. But I do know teachers who would be able to do that. Who would feel confident in carrying a gun safely and securely on school premises. I know if I was a full-time teacher, I know I would. I'd be more than happy to step in front of a bad guy with a gun and defend the students and the teachers that I work with and for. So, I mean, this is an example of self-defense, a gun being used in self-defense. Now, it's something interesting. I've got into a kind of heated gun debate on Twitter. Well, it wasn't really a debate because it was just screaming at a brick wall, pretty much. But his whole stance was, guns aren't used to save lives, period. It's like, oh, but they are. There's statistics that say they are. And then I looked, because I know I've seen them in CDC. I looked. They're not there. The CDC has removed its data, removed the study and the statistics showing self-defense with guns. It's gone. And the reason it's gone is you have a pro-gun control organization, pro-gun control lobbyist, who wrote to the CDC to tell them, it's like, hey, we've done our own research and we think yours is wrong, so you need to take it down and use ours instead. That's basically summarizes what they say. Well, I am definitely not going to listen to someone whose entire goal of the organization is to disarm law-abiding citizens. No. No, no, no. The Second Amendment was ratified. The Second Amendment says shall not be infringed. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's not a right that the government gives us. Hey, the government doesn't give us rights. The government is meant to protect the God-given unalienable rights that we have. The freedom of speech, freedom to assemble, freedom of religion, the right to keep and bear arms. So, the Democrats today, they view government as, that needs to give you rights. Government tells you what you can and can't do. No. The Constitution tells the government what it can and can't do. The Constitution is not a set of rules for the people. The Constitution is for the people. The government it used to be for the people. To protect the people's rights. Not to tell the people what they can and can't do with their lives, to set all these rules, and really oppress the people. I mean, you look at the history of gun control. Gun control is racist. I mean, the earliest forms were, the sole purpose was to keep guns out of black people's hands. And same thing holds true. I mean, there's a Democrat, I think, from Virginia, maybe. But I saw this on Colion Noir, him talking about it. But basically, this Democrat was saying, "Hey, do we want people from?" And he named off like 3 different cities, walking around with more guns in the streets. Well, if you look at the demographics in those cities, it's predominantly black. So he doesn't want black people to have guns. And if you think of the mentality of Democrats, somebody run off the road? Oh, dang. Come on, slow down. There you go. I don't know what happened there. If you look at the policies of the Democrats, they are they're pretty much the racist ones. They keep the black population, the minorities, they keep them thinking that they're oppressed. I mean, what other political party do you basically have saying, hey, you're not going to amount to anything because of white oppression? And I mean, gosh, for years the Democrats have been saying, soon the whites will be the minority. Okay, that's fine, but why are you pushing that? Why are you so focused on judging people based on the color of their skin, not the content of their character? It's amazing how the party that founded the KKK is now shouting from the rooftops that they are so pure and not racist at all. I mean, Joe Biden, he voted against the busing laws to desegregate schools. And not too long ago, he was all up in arms that why do we need to have a debate about marriage? Marriage is between a man and a woman. We have to fence a Marriage Act. Why do we need anything else? Well, now he just signed the Respect for Marriage Act, which I don't know. That seems like a slippery slope to me of taking away the rights of the churches and the religions to exercise their beliefs when it comes to marriage between a man and a woman. But guns, I mean, gosh, just look. Australia had a mass shooting recently, and Australia is one of the countries that the leftists love to tout. Oh, Australia took all the guns. Well, yeah, they did, but guess what? They just had a mass shooting. In fact, this psychopath was killing cops. One cop hid in the grass. They lit the grass on fire, try to burn them out. It is insane the evil that is there. But what's their response? Oh, we need more. We need more gun laws. Are you insane? Yes, you are, because you're doing the same thing, expecting a different result. You're keep passing these gun laws and more gun restrictions, expecting violence to stop, but it is not. And the only people that are going to be left with guns are the bad guys with the guns. And they're going to go into these gun-free zones, and there's not going to be any good guys with guns to stop them. And when seconds count, the police are mere minutes away. When you're in that situation, you know, someone's carjacking you, someone's trying to rob you, someone's trying to attack you, you don't have time to sit there, oh, let me dial 911, can you wait just a few minutes for the police to get here? No, no, no. You've got seconds to act. And when seconds matter, having a gun on your hip, in your purse, in a holster, right on you, is the difference between life and death. So, this Amazon example gives me more confidence. Oh, I'm gonna get stuck by a train. Gives me a little more confidence to carry my gun more places. And, you know what? I'm not going to wait for it. There's no telling how long it's going to be. Watch it end right there. Oh, well. Take a little scenic route here. It's a sharp turn. But I, for one, I'm hardly ever too far from my gun. And I don't want to use it. I don't want to have to pull it out. But there's an evil in the world. And the only thing that can fight evil is good. So the only thing that can stop an evil guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And I guarantee the police won't be there in time. I mean, if you think that you live in a good part of town, maybe you do. But this Amazon shooting was in the suburbs. The warehouse was like real close to subdivisions in the suburbs and seemingly good part of town. But a guy who, I don't know, maybe had a beef with Amazon. Maybe they lost his package. They wouldn't refund his money. Just like Amazon told me a package was delivered yesterday. I haven't seen it yet. It's not at my house. Anyway, but I'm not gonna go shoot up the Amazon place. But this guy tried to, and he was stopped before anyone died. So that is a perfect example of a good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy with a gun that is not going to be covered by the media. I guarantee it. Yeah, train's already gone. Oh well. Yep, you yield. Oh, just kind of gets my blood boiling a little bit, knowing that there are politicians out there who think they hold all the power, who think that they can just trample on the rights of the people outlined in the Constitution, those God-given, certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, the 10 amendments, and all the other amendments. The fact that they think that, you know, oh, the First Amendment is not absolute, Second Amendment is not absolute. shall not be infringed. Anyway, be excellent to each other. Tuba Billy signing out. God be with you till we meet again.